Someone got it.
The clap at the FTD, like give you the clap.
Sal gave everyone the clap live on the air.
No.
Fuck it.
Someone got it. I said that like 3 times before.
No, I got it. I just didn't say anything. I'm very discreet about the clap.
That's my boy.
Hi, Gar.
Hey. So, is this what it's like when I'm gone? Like, there's like freaking 6 people here?
And
Yeah.
we all get the clap.
We all get the clap, yeah.
So you guys all get the clap when I'm gone?
Regard to the podcast turns into a clusterfuck.
That's nice.
Damn it, James, you're not on this week.
Cue the roll call?
Schwader roll call.
No.
Yes.
We are live!
Connect.
Loading.
Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Autobot.
One little spark of courage. Dreamcaster, Global South Perka.
The Trickster of Infinite Topics! Savage Caster, Ibarra Fox! Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, Saga!
Knocks everything off the table. Doomcaster, Angry Kitty.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 268. Wow, we got a full room today. 268.
But
What?
is it a full or
And
close?
Blaze, aka Hyonk Hyonkem Goosecaster, has got our Pokemon on deck. It's episode Cascoon.
Oh, so we're
I win
poisoned.
every week, bitch.
Not this week.
Okay, James.
Sit in the corner.
But you know who isn't here?
Lane.
Aircaster!
Oh yeah, I murdered him.
We buried him in the backyard.
Yeah, I put him in the backyard with a
Oh
gun.
my gosh, you're right.
I see him in the backyard!
He also
No, that's not what I
he also stole my collection while he was that.
Oh my
I
god!
thought you were gonna say stories cologne.
He also stole my pants, yeah.
Yeah, Gar's not wearing pants, technically.
It's very uncomfortable.
Corner in the spotlight, losing my religion.
It's very uncomfortable
We're gonna
that
take
he's...
that away.
Yeah, you've lost your James privileges, Tom. It's very uncomfortable that Gar's not wearing pants, considering we have 2 females in the room right now.
I'm just speaking right now. No one knows. I'm not wearing pants, but that doesn't mean I'm not wearing anything at all.
Well, Gar, but that's what we mean. Like, that's what people don't get. Those aren't long.
Wait, you're
enough.
not wearing-
That's what Gar looks
You're not
like.
wearing pants?
That's just his skin.
He's got, it's like Mr. Deeds. Like, there's the black foot.
I was,
And it's
I was gonna
fine.
ask
I'm
you
only
about
a
that
female
weird
half
stumpy
the
leg.
time.
Hold
Wait,
on, let's
That's not your leg!
let's not all talk at once. We've done that way too much.
Yeah, anyways, Ichi.
So, as you can tell from this cavalcade of noise, Emily is back from Disneyland, as we talked about in Extra.
Disneyland.
Gar is here with us.
Damn straight.
Ugh.
Cell is here for the first time in a while.
Yes.
And joining us again for the second time is Doomcaster.
Meow.
And Tom and I are also here.
Yeah, I'm always
So
here. I live
you
here
were the
now.
one that replaced me.
I am good human gear until I start to kill all humans.
Well, it's better than a baby.
You're not wrong.
You guys replaced me with a baby and an air conditioner.
Now we've combined them.
Wait, I call that a good trade. Gar for baby and air conditioner. I just take the air conditioner off. But baby,
I
that's
get
good
your kill.
eating.
The air conditioner blows better.
I am
I don't
here
know.
to kill.
An air conditioner, but it could be a yellow caster. You know how much we always wanted a yellow caster?
Yeah, but Gar sucks and blows.
That is a 2-for-1. Okay!
Well, speaking of Womp Womp's machine, there is no Kamen Rider 01 or Ryu Soldier this week.
I'm undergoing withdrawal! I need my Naruto!
But as they say, the show must go on.
Not Ryder.
We're gonna take that away from you.
No more
Oh,
soundboards
okay.
for you past 10 o'clock, mister.
Okay, no more soundboards.
Please
Seriously.
no more soundboards.
Alright, I'll do the
Uh-oh.
impressions live from now on.
Okay.
I'll protect the soundboard.
Yeah.
Just so I, meaning me,
Doom
yellow
Kitty.
caster.
Kill mode.
Being of sound mind
Going
and
into you kill them.
partway sound body.
Yes, decided I want to talk about some random shit.
Okay.
So
And some random shit did you pick?
yeah, so I'm like, well, we already talked about first 3 episodes of Kyoryuger Brave already, so let's talk about episodes 4 and 5.
Is this like Gar's clearinghouse? Every
Pretty
shitty
much.
show must go.
Yeah.
No.
This is just Ultra Ranger. This is how I do the show.
Oh, okay.
Are you trying to take over? Again?
No,
And that is why I'm here to kill.
Did you just throw the pretzels?
no, that was the contract. What? Nothing. I got the
So-
studio sword.
How much are these pretzels? $5? Get at it.
And
I
then
think they were more like 10.
we're
I
also
know, right?
we're also talking about Power Rangers Beast Morphers episode 1.
Since we haven't talked about Power Rangers a lot since the days of Silver Metal.
Yes.
And Beast Morphers is really good and deserves discussion.
And you know what? Fuck it. I wasn't here for the 5th year anniversary episode, so I want to talk about some Tokusatsu Gagaga. God damn it!
Episode 2.
Episode 2, the Damioning
The Damioning.
or the
He
Torah.
wasn't in it, though.
Damien's always in the episode.
Well,
in
after
spirit.
all, he's not in the book.
Wait, it's based on a book?
Among Us.
Yes.
And technically his name isn't Damien, so we don't even know the kid's name.
We don't have an Naruto Face of the Week, Blaze, because there was no episode.
We have.
Oh, is that the joke? He just put a blank image up there?
I get it.
you want,
Nice.
wait,
Nice, yeah.
wait, hang on. You want Naruto Face of the Week?
No.
I'm
Can
afraid.
we have the
There you go.
Can we have the Garuto face of the week?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hang on, let me take a
What
go.
about the Naruto Face of the
Yeah,
Week?
there we
Hang
go.
on.
That's
I want the Baruto's
face
dad.
of the week.
I want.
Ah!
Where's the Baruto's dad?
Damn it, Malty, don't
episode
fucking
face of the
scare
week?
me. Halloween's already over.
That actually creep you out.
A little bit.
Do you know what that is, right?
It's a fucking
You know what?
Megazord.
It's
You know-
Wild Force.
I know.
You know what, guys?
Look at that. That face is scary.
Here's the Naruto Face of the Week. It's loading.
Ah!
That is animal cruelty. I do not approve.
Wait, animal cruelty?
I swear to God, you
Yeah.
look like you could be a stand-in for F.P. Jones in Riverdale.
Oh God.
That
Thank
is
you.
animal cruelty.
Thank you, I'm very
I
expressive.
feel attacked
Do,
personally.
do you notice how we're doing everything we can not to talk about this first show?
Oh, Kyoryuger Brave?
Yeah.
All right, we just have to be brave and do it. So yeah, for those who may have forgotten, Kyoryuger Brave was a Korean sequel to Kyoryuger.
South Korean.
Thanks
As
for
opposed to North.
Yes,
I would love to see the North Korean.
the North Korean Sentai.
Well, we did. It's called Pulgasari.
There
Well,
you go.
as I think Ichi was saying earlier, it's BTS, bring the Sentai.
Yeah.
And they're all such Korean pop stars that one of the characters is playing a Korean pop star, and 3 of them actually in real life are Korean pop stars.
Yeah.
Are they actually?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh,
the thing is,
not
like,
that.
if you're like 20 in Korea and you're attractive, you're a pop star.
That is true.
It just comes with the
You got-
territory.
They just take you from your home and
What happened? What
It's
happened
like some of these people used
It's
to be
like
members of
becoming a
the Korean
stormtrooper.
version of
Guys,
Boys,
one at a
Boys
time.
B12.
it's like becoming a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
What happens when you become 40 and you're a pop star? Oh, you become Psy.
Yeah.
Remember Gangnam Style?
Remember, Sai.
Remember that hot minute where he was a thing?
Remember Gentleman?
I like that song more, actually.
That was actually a really good song.
I mean, isn't he still big in Korea though?
Oh, he is.
oh yeah, he's still doing
Someone
it.
has to be.
He was a North American one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kyoryuger Brave episodes 4 and 5. These episodes are like 10 minutes each, so there's not really super
Yeah, but
much
yet-
to say.
They still use a lot of repeated footage. Like,
Yeah,
you saw
that
the
was-
same fight twice.
Episode 4 and 5 had pretty much the exact same sequence of events.
You want to know the sad part? This is just the rest of the show.
Oh, really?
The rest of the show is nothing but Gold and Red Ranger focus.
Fucking, of
Well,
course.
not like any of
Because
the other
it's-
characters have any kind of
But
personality
it's
development.
because it's Kyoryuger. It's Red Ranger and nothing.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of part and parcel with that show.
Yeah.
The suits look good.
Although we get this weird line from Green at the start, like they're training, and then like the green dude goes down, and he's like, "Not even my papa hit me this hard." And I'm like, "Is that a fucking Gundam reference?"
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be that, or a good old sex reference. Really.
No, that's a
No,
Gundam
I was
reference.
thinking it was just a reference to child abuse.
Why not
I
both?
do.
Yeah.
It could be both. Why not both?
What's the joke? Yeah, my kids are gonna have to call me bruh or some shit because this daddy stuff is getting out of hand.
That's valid. Yeah. So basically, the episode is about the gold dude whose name is Ju Hyuk, because these are all Korean characters.
Jew.
Does he
Sounds like a Star You
does
thing.
he like Goofy? Ju Hyuk?
I don't know.
Want to go too?
That is from the little-known World War II propaganda film.
Yuck yuck ham goose.
I'm more.
Yuck yuck I'm gold.
Yuck yuck ham goose.
Yuck, yuck, I'm not getting healed.
Yuck yuck I'm dead.
Or is it more of a freaking JonTron? Yeah, he's like the villains. I don't remember their names.
None of them matter.
Even though I just marathoned this show like a few days ago.
Right?
I kind of wanted to be taller.
So they pay the Gold Ranger, who is a space mercenary, or at least
He only works for like gold painted cardboard.
like
Yeah,
like a stack of gold bars.
I love gold.
They have to be trapezoidal prisms because they were trapezoidal prism shaped gold bars.
And evidently, even all that is not enough to qualify for the kill my enemies tier of his Patreon.
No, it's more of a I'm gonna torment them until they are very afraid.
I'm gonna rough them up, get them maybe down to 5% HP, and then leave.
We wanted you to finish that. It's like I only have 10 minutes, man.
I gotta spread.
Sorry, you'll have to subscribe to a higher tier.
Alright, but that's gonna cost you an extra hour.
Oh god!
I gotta get my plot development tier.
Also, I haven't done enough hair flips or angry like smoldering faces yet. So.
I think you said I haven't done enough heroin yet.
It could be
I
that.
haven't done enough heroin yet. This is why I'm not happy.
He just thinks he's a space mercenary.
He just thinks he's from space.
Twist, all Toku is just the fever dream of some heroin addict in an alley.
Yes, his name was Shotaro Ishinomori.
I thought you were going to say Haim Saban.
Or him. First one, then the other.
I was about to say, I'm like, shit, this has all been just a dream of mine this entire time.
Oh my god, is that what Sentai is? It's like Ishinomori, he was like shooting up in an alley, then one day
look at all the colors!
And then one day Haim Saban said, "What are you doing?" And then you're like,
"Here, have some."
Sorry.
I see 5 colors. Wait, green's changing to black sometimes.
Wait, what if I took your show, made it the same thing 3 times, but changed around some things?
Whoa.
Power Rangers is the ultimate. Hey, can I copy your homework?
Okay, but make it different enough so the teacher doesn't notice. That is Gar. That's a good one.
Nice. Wow.
Don't copy.
So yeah, because this is Kyoryuger Brave and all the Zords are slightly different in that they each have a different weapon strapped to their face and different names, Terra Gordon is no different in that he is now blue and his name is now Terra Voltron.
Voltron?
Terra Voltron, why not? Terra Voltron.
Terra Strap-on.
Terra Voltron.
Terra Strap.
Terra Strap-on.
Terra Strap-on.
Terra Strong?
That's your episode name. Terra Strap-on.
Fucking sure.
Unless we come up with a better one.
You better strap on, because we got a whole lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah.
That was extra. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that the Gold Ranger suit has nothing different about him aside from the Morpher.
Yeah.
Like, why not why not have him have blue highlights because his mech's blue?
Mm-hmm.
Does he not?
Nope, I looked.
The KyoryuGold suit is unchanged, which is a weird thing to omit.
But now I'm just thinking, so did they get the suits from Toei or did they just get them back from Saban? Because, like, think of it, Power Rangers Dino Charge just finished up production, so was it like, thank you.
Our turn?
Can you imagine that's someone's job to transport Power Ranger suits across the world?
Yeah.
That is someone's job to, like, what's in, like, you're doing security. What's in there? Oh, Power Ranger suits. What?
Sorry,
it's like somebody get in there, they open it up, and they hold up the Power Ranger suit, and like, no. And they pull out a banana, it's like, you can't take this in.
I'm going to a costume party.
I'm just picturing, you know that one time, at least one time, when they brought that shit over the Pacific Ocean, someone went into those boxes.
Put them on?
Put them on.
Like a bunch of big sweaty TSA.
Yes.
Tyrannosaur!
Just in the cargo hold, digging about.
You know it happened once.
No, and then it's like, what happened to the suit?
It's like got really stretched out. They put it on like a young teenager.
No, that's how the what's his face from the other dinosaur round. Who's the big Ankyla Ranger guy?
Oh, Ramirez?
Yeah, like that's who stretched out the suit. We got to get a bigger.
Stretch my suit.
We need to get a bigger guy now to play this character.
How about me, sir? And I don't really like your thick New Zealand accent. We're gonna dub you over.
Which is funny because the morphing sequence for that dude actually involves him like
Yeah. Well, it's like what's his face? Justin.
Yeah, but in reverse.
I just want a short Justin.
Yeah.
I'll do
It just comes with like stretchable legs.
How is that not a meme yet?
What?
Like, okay, you know that meme going around with like the Joker, me partying because like this, and, like it's like a smaller version of him. My dog's also celebrating.
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't know what's going on, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
Why isn't that a meme yet? Like Justin Big and then like little Justin.
We'll make it now.
Someone in the chat, make that.
Make Big and Little Justin
No,
from Turbo Boost.
Oh yeah,
Turbo-
I wasn't watching at that point.
The one who spoke out against our boy Nate, who we'll get to shortly.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, Koichi Sakamoto is doing the action directing this season.
Oh
Of
boy.
this mini-series.
Oh boy.
Which, I made a joke about how, like, I swear this mini-series was probably filmed in a week.
Did he action direct the very shitty CGI fight of the Zords?
Well, he only had to do the one.
Well, he had to get in a helicopter. He had to film the location first. And then he had to film the computer workers animating.
I can just imagine, like, they're on the lot, or like the area where the Zord fight happened. I just imagine a helicopter, the camera just like zooming the fuck around.
No, at that point, you would use a drone.
Probably.
Though now I'm just thinking, it's like, did they have like actual fights with the suits, and they just looked at it and it just like looked like
Not shitty enough.
No, it just looked like hand puppets fighting each other.
They're just smacking two toys together.
Yeah,
I told you, the
it's just
Spider-Man
it's
thing.
just a dude in like one of those motion capture suits holding the toys.
Oh my god. So like a green screen guy?
Yeah.
It might be. Who knows?
It's
Or
like
was
the-
Then again, the Zords moved way too fucking fast for that to be real human action.
This is a deep cut reference. You remember that like puppet show from Japan Raven used to watch?
Kanye West
Oh,
is
shit.
bringing his son.
Well, good to know.
Wait,
What?
what puppet show?
I don't know what it was called, but like Raven watched a show. It was like with puppets. It was like about feudal Japan with like magic or something.
Oh, I remember that show. I don't remember what
Yeah,
it's
but
called.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what they did. They used the toys like.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a CGI Zord fight between Kyoryuger Brave and Brave Toradino,
I mean, it would be a good fight if we could see what was happening.
and it lasted longer than 30 seconds.
And it didn't happen twice in this.
Twice over the 2 episodes we
We need
watched.
to like put the episode side, like, because I want to see if it was the exact same footage reused.
For some reason, I
it
remember
was.
not seeing. For some reason, I remember not seeing the Saw sword in the first fight, but I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, they could just have added that in, right? Because it's probably a drop in.
Probably just CGI it to make it look
Can I
shorter.
move for a moment? Somebody sent me a thing, and I'm like, "This is fake. This is a fake article." And the article was that Kanye West considering changing his name to Christian Genius Billionaire. And then I'm like,
Kanye West.
"That's gotta be fake." And I clicked on it, and it's an actual quote.
Yep.
He's
Okay.
actually considering changing
How
his
did
name.
you? Here's the question: how did you think that was fake?
I know, right? Like,
You know
Kanye
what?
West
That
is
was
so
the last
insane.
doubt that I will give him the benefit of. Christian Genius Billionaire. New band name, called it.
Wow.
I mean, when it comes to Kanye, I kind of take the Donald Glover route on that one. Where it's just like, yeah, he's insane, but he made Graduation. Like, you can't. How much can I really hate the guy?
I mean, I don't care at all. So.
But yeah, plot twist: the Gold Ranger's actually the Red Ranger's brother.
Who
Dun
knew?
dun dun!
It's like,
What
man,
did
it's
you
like we. Hey,
Wait, Ichi, are you saying you're
attractive
done?
young Korean boy, we
Ready.
need you to go kill some more attractive Korean emo boys. Wait,
Did you have a
he's one of
stroke
them.
midway through that sentence.
What?
Oh, he also wants to run for president of the United States after Jesus is King is released.
What the fuck is happening?
He's on acid right now.
Well, that's true.
Why is it that the world of these shows we're talking about makes more sense than actual?
Yeah,
world?
how is it that we're talking about like space mercenaries, being paid in gold to fight a bunch of Korean guys is less crazy
Bunch of
than
Korean-
Kanye's day today?
No, that's Kanye West's day is crazier than anything that Sentai
That
could
is
come
true.
up with.
He's the ultimate tokusatsu.
It's like, they say stranger than fiction, it's stranger than Kanye.
Yeah.
You have to.
Castranger episode this, stranger than Kanye.
There has
How
to
is
be
my
like
Fat
a
Life
scale.
inbox like less weird?
What?
How's my Fat
Oh.
Life inbox less weird
They're
than
selling
reality
just
right
his
now?
Oh.
legs.
Someone's
Loses,
selling a
right?
figure art's legs, but
Oh, no, that'd be just Bach.
Just his legs.
wow.
It's like all of the best
Oh, no.
legs of Bach without having to deal with his face.
He went too fast.
He went
separated in half.
His legs are still going to this day.
Well, maybe it'll show up in a few seconds. You know, when things are going Mach 5, there's a little bit of a delay.
Wow.
Like
He broke the pants barrier.
Wow.
He thresholded it.
He came up a little short.
Yeah.
Pants pun.
That's how you get a leg up on the competition.
The pants. The pants walking around like George Michael on a Tuesday.
Okay, I get it. I'm not wearing pants.
All right. Don't boot me out.
There's your pants, Gar.
Yeah. Catch them.
$13.
That's too much for pants.
It's free shipping.
Yeah. Yeah, but when it's free shipping, it usually takes like a month.
I think we need to stop talking about weird things. Let's talk about his birthmark
They're
now.
just flying them at the seat of their pants.
Oh, you mean the hickey?
Is that pants?
Yeah, that very strange.
Yeah, Gold Ranger has like a dinosaur-shaped hickey that his brother gave him.
Ew.
Or at least that's what we were saying.
You know what we should have said at the beginning? This time on a very special Cast Ranger.
We talk about incest.
You know, if I cared enough to do even more editing, that would be the first bit I'd put
See,
in.
this is what happens when Ryder and Sentai goes on break.
We just get batshit.
Yeah,
Talking about birthmarks that look like hickeys.
Yeah, well,
By
here's
your
the point.
brother.
Are the fans liking it?
Oh, but
Are you liking it? Give us validation, damn it!
Do you like this? Give us feedback.
That sounds about right.
there is something.
The more
about that
validation we
birthmark
get,
thing,
the
so.
more photos of myself during photo shoots I'll post into chat.
Well, there you go.
I also cosplayed as Tifa recently, so
some of them are spicy.
they are spicy. I know you took them.
You send us money, I'll send you my candids.
Subscribe to my Patreon, ladies.
Subscribe to my Patreon and get pictures of me wearing funny hats. The funny hat tier of Patreon.
Where do you put
wholesome.
the hats though? On your coat, on your hat rack?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Why do I have a gun rack? Why don't I own a gun?
I don't even have a gun. I was gonna save enough guns for a gun rack.
A toy rack? I don't even own one Toku toy, let alone many that would necessitate an entire...
Shit.
That's what I would say.
You know, Apple is making a place to store everything. It's called the iRack.
The iRack? I've also seen that Mad TV bit.
Yeah.
You know what? No.
Get the things out of the iRack!
No!
Ichi,
More things!
I know the title of this episode. My Friends Think They're Funny, the movie.
Yay! Hi.
We're certainly fucking...
I mean, now you just admitted that we're friends.
Did you see the Huma gear that I'm building? It's smaller than advertised.
No, too easy.
I mean, I can't be friends with anybody who wants to be friends with me. I don't be friends with anybody with bad taste.
I can't be with a woman who's into me. I hate me.
I'm actually the exact opposite. My kink is anyone who actually is into me.
That's weird.
I don't want to be part of
anyone with low enough standards.
No, what's that?
I don't want to be part of any group that would have me as a member.
What's that joke like? If like, yeah, my fetish is being in a loving relationship. Oh, you're sick.
No,
same.
It's, my fetish is somebody who actually listens and cares about what I have to say and think. That's too complicated. Just be in a bondage like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, does everybody
that's
like
spicy.
my bondage collar and handcuff key on my phone?
They're very nice.
So back to the show on dinosaurs.
I'd rather not, and that's me talking.
Everything we just said is not as weird as Kanye's average moment on Twitter.
You know what this
honestly, is there even anything to say?
No. You know what
about
this is?
We get a roll call and it's real nice.
Oh man.
You know what this is? There was a kid that was starting to speak in the classroom, then everyone else got into the conversation, kind of kicked the other kid out.
Yeah.
That's Kyoryuger Brave right now. It's just currently in the corner being like, you know, I started that conversation. What the hell happened?
Yeah, but
now I'm over here losing my
But we
religion.
sure as hell finished it.
So yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is it really like? Because like, let's be honest. The things.
Caspy's his brother. Next week they solve that shit. Who knows? I don't care.
I think so.
I didn't even care enough to finish watching the show when it came out.
I marathoned it in like
You poor fucking bastard.
Itchy, picture how it ends in your head.
That's
how it
it.
ends.
That's it.
How do you think it ends?
They kill the monsters and save the planet.
Besides that,
They had go out for frosty chocolate milkshakes.
Yep.
you're not.
You're not far off.
You're not far off
The one genuine thing I have to say about this show was I found it very interesting that it is a legit sequel, you guys said?
Yeah.
So that's neat, but otherwise it's too short. It's a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I was honestly probably not going to say anything other than the birthmark hickey joke this whole time we were talking about it. So luckily we got into, our kinks and shit.
Oh, that is a very long... If any of you are more interested in this conversation with me, I have a Tumblr. It's just all on that Tumblr. Just tumble
Even after the porn ban?
Just tumble through all my weird kinks and fetishes. I am actually the only... Actually, I have all the porn on Tumblr. I have it all.
I got it all in a bag.
I've been protecting it. It's me standing at the front line protecting all the porn.
I'm here waiting until the day the ban is lifted and I can salvo it back into the ether.
I feel like taking it all, going up to Wall Street and going, social contract, assholes!
I mean, it's there. They haven't blocked all of it.
Like other porn blogs just come to you.
Sanctuary! They blocked my copywriter
Sanctuary!
Tumblr, but not my photography
I
Tumblr.
more so would want to pour gasoline
I want to
on
point
myself
out
than roll in the
I have more
and set it all
followers
on
than ever
fire.
now on Tumblr.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
I was basically just saying that I died to destroy it.
Morbid.
I mean, I just want to point out, like, my Tumblr has more followers now after the porn ban than ever.
Yeah, because where else are they gonna go?
And
You're like the oasis in the desert.
Anyway,
I am the Oasis. I do go to
Well, here's what
Oasis.
we do. We get a bunch of gold together and get Emily to kill it, and then halfway through, Emily says, "You've only paid me enough to kill this much."
I don't think I could even try to be that cool sounding.
I could.
Okay,
You'll
then
fail.
I should do it.
Yeah, I'll probably fail.
I think you require pants first.
No, don't make fun of his
Put on pants!
We can't make fun of pants that don't exist.
Anyway,
By the way,
Kyoryuger
that's
Schrodinger's
a hole in your
pit,
sock.
Anyway,
the show was just okay.
I wouldn't even call it okay.
It's only 10 minutes.
I
It's
like
like
the fact that you
you
checked.
could watch the entire thing in an hour, and you're done with it. That's pretty much what I did.
and
You
it'll be
can watch-
exactly where you started.
You can watch all of
I'm sorry
Kyoryuger
for
Brave
how
in like
strange
2 hours.
this episode has
This
been.
this show is the perfect example of an excellent idea, but not well pulled off.
So
It's
the
like this episode of
Ninja,
Castranger.
I thought you were
Kyoryuger,
talking about Castranger.
yeah.
Kira Major, any other Sentai I like and Lane loves. Kamen
I wanna
Rider
kill people.
X-Aid, Zeo,
Yeah,
Let's
but
not
that's
get
like
into that
murder.
again.
Power Rangers
So am I,
Ninja
right?
Steel, which is just a
I'm
ninja
too
but for
honest.
morons.
Because I just kill people.
Oh, but speaking of Power Rangers,
And vampire.
Let's get into our next topic.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Oh, you
It was really
Well,
good.
damn.
Oh, did you have a problem?
I love Go Buster. I fucking love it. It's an amazing show with amazing characters, and it doesn't get the respect it deserves. So I was pissed when we were about to watch this episode. But you know what? It's fucking awesome.
Now you're more pissed.
Now I have nothing to complain about. So I'm just
Damn
gonna
it!
talk about how much I hate Blaze's new nickname. Whose game was last week? Get a new meme.
Get a new meme.
So yes,
Like, here you are with your goose meme. I want you to change your name. Here's what I want you to change your name to. I want you to change your name to...
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Great minds think the right conspiracies.
It's not a conspiracy. He didn't kill himself.
Great minds.
Great minds seek the truth about pedophiles.
You had a good run, but you flubbed the dismount.
Much like Jeffrey.
Goons! We're government goons! We heard that you're talking about Epstein.
Hey, is Dr. Phil with you?
Goons.
You need to open the door.
Get off my lawn!
Wait. We have Chris Hansen in here. He has some questions for you all. He wants you to sit down.
Yeah.
Beast Morphers!
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Let's actually talk about this one.
So, Power Rangers Beast Morphers, the first episode, or the first series to be run by Allspark Studios, which is Hasbro's movie company.
And holy
And
shit.
you know what? It feels like they're actually, like, they fucking love what they're doing.
And you know what? They came out the gate running. This was a good episode.
Yep.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
The theme is... you know what it feels like? It's okay, you know how a lot of times when it would switch to Disney, and then it would switch to Saban, and then it would switch to Nickelodeon, and then it would switch to Saban again?
Well, no, it's Saban own the show. It's just they
Aired
aired,
on
it
Nickelodeon.
on Nickelodeon.
But it just seemed like every time that it would get shitty, and then it would change ownership, people go like, maybe it's going to be good again. And then it comes out and you're like, it's pretty much the same shit.
I mean, yeah, that was like the problem with Samurai and Megaforce. Like,
Yeah. So this time
But
it
then
pretty much
Dinosaur-
like, it was
Dinosaur
like coming out,
was
people
good.
like, I wonder what Hasbro's going to do. And Hasbro's like, people are like, wait, production value? Good writing? Character development? Effort? The song is good? What the fuck?
Wait.
We can have all of the above at once?
What do you mean you're going back to a Sentai Saban script? What do you mean you're recreating all the suits so that you can make your own original footage?
Who's they?
What the hell is a Go Busters?
What's next? Train dicks!
Now
Wait
you
until
can kill
February.
people.
We'll see.
Not me,
Everyone
though.
wants
I'm already dead.
Tokuger.
Yeah.
Why am I getting stabbed by the sword?
You know what it'll be? It'll be like fucking what they did with Goanger, where they took like a really cheesy kiddie service and turned it into Mad Max.
Fucking, I hope so.
With trains.
It's like Power Rangers Demon Train.
At least the train Zords don't have anime eyes on them,
That'd be great. I'd watch that.
right?
All right, do you
I
want
can't
Souls
wait.
of children taste the best.
I can't wait to see what they turn the purple chicken nugget into.
You know, okay.
Glitter.
Do you want me to come up with the top of my head a Power Ranger style story for Tokuger?
No. Go ahead.
All right, let's see off the top of my head. Okay, the morphing grid is damaged and it has fractured realities, and the main continuity is all broken. The only thing that can link it together is this special line through the morphing grid, and they have to use these trains to go from dimension to dimension to realign reality
So
together.
they made it
I'm
into
pretty
Disney?
sure you just described Power Rangers Super Legends for the PlayStation 2.
Really?
not to mention like 50 fanfics of Tokuger adaptations.
I mean, everything is fanfic now.
We're fanfics.
We're all fanfic in someone's weird
Well, having just
world.
Well, that was a good idea. That idea is so good, I expect it to get stolen. But not by Power Rangers. I expect Ruby to steal it. That's what they do now.
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth.
Rooster Teeth, yeah, boy.
What did they steal?
Some fan designs and put them in the comic without credit. And when
Oh,
the guy
really?
said, hey, that's my fan design, said, you know, can I get a credit? They were like, no, sorry.
Okay.
Read the terms and conditions on our website.
So Morph X energy.
Sad trombone music and
Okay.
Morphex, yeah.
Let's get into this.
That's actually-
So the idea is they've repurposed what was Enetron in Go Busters, excuse me, into Morph X energy, which is the human population. Some fucking how, this is my one problem in all of Beast Morphers, somehow channeled the power of the morphing grid and siphoned it into a clean liquid fuel to power their city. How? And did they ask for permission?
I'll give you the
I'm
third.
hoping they asked for permission.
I'll give you the third option, which everyone knows what I'm gonna go with. There is a simple explanation for all this.
Too much pink energy.
Too much pink energy is dangerous.
You know what I was actually saying when I was watching this? It felt like the opening. This felt very Kamen Rider-y. Like the setup. Sorry, not the opening. Like the setup to the show. Like there's a building, and in the building they do science and like to help, and just because it was like one giant CGI.
And it's
building,
also and the heroes are also modified humans.
yeah. So like it just felt like that.
It kind of feels.
But fuck that shit. Let's go to the juice bar.
Yeah, juice bar. Oh no, it's a gym.
It's also.
I'm pretty sure there was a sign that said juice bar.
There was a gym.
I'm saying,
what's a
Gar,
guy?
I'm saying it's clearly meant to be the
Yeah,
Ernie's.
And like the walls were the same color.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, holy shit, that's a pretty big place.
No, I had the exact opposite problem. Like
It was smaller
it was-
than Ernie's.
It definitely was. Like there's no room to like move your arms. You're working out. Like that's.
And yeah, that's where we're introduced to Devin.
Devin!
Who's totally not the Red Ranger.
He's totally not the protagonist.
Protagonist.
This blonde, blue-eyed boy is.
Yeah,
I
it's very
actually really love how that subverted everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole episode
theme
posits
song
that
didn't show-
that Blaze, this like
I like
Aryan god, is supposed to be the Red Ranger, and then they just like, nope,
He's been using Morphex.
not even once.
Love that Morphex.
Morphex. From the creators of Heroin. And Xanax.
Well, the Yellow
I
Ranger is a
I
heroine.
like the idea that Heroin has like a creator who copyrighted it.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, I created Heroin.
I remember.
Oh
there
yeah,
was-
our Blaze hates actual Blaze from Beast Morphers.
You know what I think is kind of cool? The first fight in this show wasn't even a Ranger fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they.
It was just a, hey, you're an asshole. Hey, fuck you.
It was Blaze being an absolutely undisciplined sensei, and Devin popping off because he's a protagonist.
Wait,
Was he a
wait,
member
wait.
of Cobra Kai?
Wait, establishing character
Nani?
in Power Rangers?
And showing that they're both equally
Is Blaze's
matched?
name actually Blaze? Because I've got a story to tell.
If you mean in the show?
No, I mean like our patron. Is his name actually Blaze?
No.
Okay,
It's up to him if he wants to say
Man,
his
I
own
knew
name.
like so many kids named Blaze when I was a
Oh
kid.
my god, Snowflame!
And they were literally like, there's this one kid named Blaze, and he was like the whitest kid. Like we're talking like, you know, like literally had like fucking boys from Brazil shit going on. And but, however, this kid,
I'm the only one who gets that reference, I
What
think.
does that mean?
Boys from Brazil was a movie where they cloned Hitler.
yeah, it's
Move
about
on.
it's about trying to clone perfect blue eyes white dragon kids, and
It's a good movie.
That's what we're calling them for now.
it's the curse of the blue eyes white
Aryan, no. Blue eyes, white dragon
Aryan.
kids.
Wow.
I mean, have you guys not seen Iron Sky?
Yeah,
I love that
but
movie.
this kid was just like, he could not have been any more inbred, like this one kid. Like, he just had that look on his face like, my mother's gonna ask to speak to the manager because I wrecked the place and it's not my fault.
Oh, I thought you said because he was inbred, like my three eyes that were like over my chin.
If he was any more inbred, he would have the two heels on the side of his head.
But guys, he's the son of the mayor.
Devin is, yeah.
Okay, can we talk about that? Okay, I think Cell picked this up. This fucking... Okay, first of all...
what's happening?
Okay, first of all, they're in this limo, but the mayor, is so unbelievably tall because the outside shots, they're showing a limo, but they're obviously filming it in some kind of car they've built the set into.
And like, it's
so
like that
his knees are up in his chest.
It's like that Simpsons guy, the really tall man in the small car.
This is the largest automobile I could afford.
Yeah, and then he gets out of the car and Cell's like, did he just cross across his son? And like, he could have gone out the other side.
Well, and then
it was a power move because he's his dad.
He was showing him, I'm the one with the big dick. Acknowledge.
Here it is.
I need to show you that I'm the alpha. I'm going to climb out the side you're at. It's like, Dad, you want me to get out? No, stay seated, son.
Later tonight, I'm going to fuck your mom. And...
I'm going to climb my super long-legged mayor ass out myself.
I've always said that's why I can't have kids. Because if I'm playing video games with my kids and they beat me, I'm going to go fuck your mom. Literally.
Like,
honey!
Luckily, I was not prone to that because my parents divorced not too long.
Yeah, they'd be like, Dad, this is why you got divorced. You're like, yeah, you're right. Let's play again.
Good high hopes you have. You have some really.
Gar's leaving the room to go fuck your mom.
Not again.
I feel sorry for Gar now after that if he's gonna go fuck my mother.
Oh my god, he's on he is on the floor.
The hard kitchen tile floor.
He's laughing so hard he's on the floor.
He might need some hardcore drugs after what he's
Gar, lift with your knees!
Not your dick!
She's a big woman.
Gar, I know she has meth mouth, but you don't want to put anything in there.
Here's your meth baby and your meth boyfriend.
But anyway, the joke I was making,
meth baby.
The joke I was making though was that, oh my god, he's actually going for it. Was that like, okay, does the mayor really have the authority to do this?
What?
Like this project, we're gonna bring clean energy to the world, like using what's it called, Morphex? It's like.
Well,
okay.
Apparently it wasn't him who spearheaded it because he comes in, walking in, and opposing it.
Here's a photo of Gar having sex with your mother.
Wait, she is. I knew it. She is a cyborg.
There you go,
Gar. This is the
actually. I want to point out I do actually have metal in my body. It's in my knee right here.
Splints, right?
Yeah, I literally have like a metal plate in my knee. I am part cyborg.
Badass.
Okay.
And there may be also residual metal
Gar, with
in my
you around
body
every
from other
day is
stupid
Mother's Day.
incidents. I got in a skateboarding incident when I was younger, so there may be residual metal in my skull.
Nice.
But yeah.
But anyway,
That's my mother. They have teeth.
Whoa! Hey, that's
this got so very weird.
Right?
Yep.
So yeah, not as weird as Kanye West.
Anyways,
No,
so
it gets borderline.
Not as weird as T.I.
So the building that they go to, where the Morphex is stored and the Rangers happen, is called Grid Battle Force, which is their cute way of still using the existing GB initials from Go Buster.
I broke them twice in one night.
You need to be on more often.
I want to point out you break them every time you have that giant sword on you.
Mm-hmm. Makes me feel like a man.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, finally.
So Devin, being a sneaky little fuck, proving how his dad as the mayor is not nearly as like diligent and careful as he should be, Devin uses his phone to snap a picture of his dad's ID card and uses it to sneak into the building.
Yeah, like that would actually work. Oh shit, it worked.
There was a barcode scanner, so as long as he had the barcode, he could just get it.
I guess. And who does he run into?
Zoe, who is she's the
laundry girl.
She's the laundry girl, but she's totally plot relevant because they gave her like 5 minutes of talking.
Yeah, they said more than 2 sentences to her, so she's got to be relevant. And then, at the gate, talking to the mayor is a pair of characters who become surprisingly useful over the course of the series.
And when they show up, a very suspiciously familiar song plays. So who are these two?
These are Ben and Betty.
Siblings.
They are a pair of siblings who work as security guards for Grid Battle Force.
I think they're pretty great.
I kind of like them too, yeah.
Despite how terrible at their jobs they are, yes, they're actually really good characters who actually have a surprising amount of development.
Will there be, like, by the end of the episode, will Paul Schreer show up again to be like...
Fucking I wish!
Oh my god!
Kids!
No! He's head of security at the building.
That would be amazing!
Paul Schreer.
He gave up being a samurai and got a real job.
No, he's still a samurai.
Oh, okay,
so,
yeah.
like, he
just has a baton with him.
Yeah, what do they call it? Boken?
Boken, yeah.
Like, he's, like, that's how he trips up, like, a trespasser, and, like...
Oh, just beats the shit out of him with a shinai?
Way of the samurai. Like, he's legitimately good at it now.
Oh, that would have been the best.
But yeah, they were fun. I like those two.
Yeah. They get annoying at some points, but I think they make up for it.
Comic relief will always get annoying at some points.
It feels like I'm watching.
Before we get a copyright strike.
It feels like I'm watching the adventures of London Tipton and Burn Bomb from System Crash.
London? Yay me!
Burn Bomb! That's oh shit, I remember him now.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
Shit, man, that's some deep reference.
Fend for yourself.
Just... One of my favorite bits of them isn't even in the actual
And then there was his successor, Battlebond, whatever the fuck his name was.
Shit. I vaguely remember that show.
There was like System Crash, Radioactive, Student Bodies, that whole genre of shows.
I remember those, but I never watched them.
They were all good.
They existed.
All right.
They were before your time, right?
So
Like
I don't know what you guys are talking
No,
exactly.
They're like sitcoms.
The funniest part is, so we're watching this episode on Netflix. And we're watching it with subtitles, and when Ben and Betty show up and the music starts playing, the subtitle actually says sad trombone music.
I just like to be the guy who actually put that in.
Just can you imagine being the guy having to write that in?
And later it says stuff
what kind of instruments that?
like tense music or suspenseful music.
Yeah. And then we meet Zoe briefly, and then we're introduced to Commander Shaw, who is the mother of one of the other characters we meet.
Hey, who are you? I'm Zoe.
I'm not a main character at all.
The janitor.
I just want everyone to be happy, and I tackle big problems.
It'd be funny if she was like working her ass off as the Yellow Ranger, and she still had to do people's laundry.
How else is she gonna pay for her rent?
Yeah, man, she's gotta pay the bills.
Well, I think being the hero equals free rent.
Well, no, that's if you sleep with Suki Levy.
Whoa. So as
that happened.
Yeah, as we go
into pretend it didn't happen.
As we go into the lab, we meet Nate Silva, who is like the technical boy, the Billy of the team.
Is he the only guy with a last name? Everyone else,
think so.
I don't remember hearing a last
I
name.
just met Nate, and I've only known him for about an hour, but I would kill for that boy and everyone in this room.
You almost got the line right. Close enough.
I would kill everyone in this room, including and then myself. And then
he's kind of like lame.
Yeah,
he is.
Oh my god! Is that why I like him?
Aw, Ichi.
Well, but seriously, Nate is the best character in the show. And if you watch more of it, you'll see.
He seems pretty awesome just from what we've seen from one episode.
Yeah. You know,
Nate does some cool shit.
Let's just say he's a very golden boy.
Yeah, he is our golden child, and I'm sure that has no preludes to anything at all. That's not foreshadowing.
No, it's the Golden Child, and it's going to be a lot better than the movie. The Golden Child.
With Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if gold doesn't work, there's always silver for him.
Yeah.
So the mayor comes into Grid Battle Force and starts protesting, because he knows what's going to happen. There's going to be a villain who comes in just like Rita Repulsa or Sledge or Galvanax.
Yeah, that was a weird thing for me. It's like, well, they're really I noticed at the very beginning they say they're the Power Rangers. Like, wait, so we're starting off with they know what Power Rangers are. Everyone knows what Power Rangers are in the first episode.
The Tokusatsu Gagaga girl's like, he's a Sentai fan, he's an Oda fan.
There you go. And I thought it was cool. Like, oh, so this is canon. Okay, who's Galvanax?
I don't know.
Galvanax is from Ninja Steel. Basically, he was only there for the first season, did fuck all. Kind of a pretty awful villain. So again, that's Ninja Steel.
And Sledge is from Dino Charge.
I know Sledge, but like that's what I thought was interesting. They went from Rita, the very first, to like the last two.
Yeah,
like the last two recent
part of me is like, okay, are they doing a soft reboot of Power Rangers? Like
I don't know about that.
Well, just because like you reference like the very first stuff, but will they ever reference like
the Machine Empire?
Yeah, the Machine Empire or Scorpion. Well, what was his name? Scorpionox.
Scorpius.
Yeah.
Scorpius killed my son.
Scorpitron and Hornator?
If they do, the movie will explode.
Wasn't there a character named Poison at one point?
Yes, from Dino Charge.
They probably mentioned Rita because, 2017 movie.
Maybe, yeah. So the 2017 movie's canon?
But I do like that.
Maybe.
That was probably the best scene in this episode. Just with the dad being like, you know what you just did kind of doomed us all. Like, every villain out there always wants the Rangers' energy, and to quote him, you literally just gift wrapped it to them.
But yet he was all like ready to go, and you know what it is? Like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go announce this. It's like, sir, I thought you were against this, yeah. But he made a fucking sword teleport into his hand.
They're ready to defend the planet.
Yeah. Like holy crap! Like I was sold when he teleported that thing into his hand.
I lost this.
We have Power Rangers. 3 of them.
Yeah. Don't they usually have 5?
Don't you? Shouldn't you have more? Why not more?
Wait till the super.
We can only get 3.
Wait till super Beast Morphers.
You have an army.
What was the joke I made about 6th Rangers with this? Was there something?
Oh no, it was the Kyoryuger Brave.
Oh,
joke about. Just who are you? Oh, I'm the 6th Ranger. The 2 generals just start running. What? He says he's a 6th Ranger. Yeah, but he just showed up. So either run or fight.
There's oh no, 6th Ranger, there's a 50-50 chance he'll be bad at first.
Yeah.
I am the dinosaur hunter. Fucking bull!
Anyway. So, yeah. I actually want to talk about this. I really like the set design of this pilot episode.
Yes.
It felt very Star Trek.
Very, like
the sliding doors.
Cinematic and almost Kamen Rider-y, actually.
Well, yeah, there were some really interesting, like shots. Like, the designs were cool. I liked all the beepies and boopies on the panels.
Is that a technical term?
Yes, the beepies and boopies.
Yeah.
I like that they even had, like, rotating desks and consoles, just like in Go Busters.
Apparently, Judd Lynn's actually a huge fan of Go Busters.
Well, it's good.
The producer.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Which he was upset when they skipped it.
What's a huge mistake mean?
Oh yeah, because there was one character who was like a huge mistake. I forget what that was from.
You're making a huge mistake, like Evox getting in, and it's like, oh, but we already have the firewall. That's because he's already inside.
Yeah, it's Vengeance, but Snake.
Yeah,
you weren't
Cobra.
Using a VPN.
Yeah.
The computer virus / villain is just a snack.
What if Vengeance but Snake?
But what if Cobra?
But what if Bloodstark's Cobra but with spikes?
I just know someone watched Cobra Kai before they made this.
What if Venosnaker from Ryuki but like green and yellow?
Okay, let me ask you this: in the what's it called? Go Busters. The show this is based off of. Is the villain a snake?
No.
No, but later on he takes the form of the villain from Go Busters.
Yeah, basically the villain in Go Busters is a big, evil, terrifying skull of a virus who has like a humanoid avatar servant named Enter. And he's stylish as fuck.
He's really shitty. It's like,
destroy them now!
Oh yeah, the evil villain in Go Busters called Messiah.
And he's killed halfway through the show because people were like,
he's a big
this
stupid
is
floating
stupid.
skull.
Let's just redo the show.
And they were like, we like Enter.
And then we made Enter the real villain that he deserved to be.
Yeah. And there was Exit, who
Speaking of Enter, so as Evox, the computer snake virus, takes over the system, he produces avatars from Blaze and Roxy, 2 of the actual Ranger candidates, and oh my god, the Dark Buster suit!
Can I say this? I fucking love them. Like,
Yes.
I was legit impressed. What was his name? The first one,
Blaze.
Like no, what was his like form called? Does it have a name?
It's
like
just Cyber Blaze.
Okay.
Like in Beast Morphers, it's called Cybervillain Blaze.
Okay.
In Go Busters, it was just called Dark Buster.
I'll just call him Cyber Blaze. I fucking love that thing. Like,
Right?
It looks so great.
It's good.
I've always said I love when villains have legit ranger suits.
Yeah.
Like in what's it called? Jungle Fury. What was the bad guy's name?
Daishi.
Yeah, the lion dude.
Yeah.
Like I love not like monsters, like evil rangers.
That's Rio you're talking about.
Daishi.
I would call him more of like a ranger-like. I wouldn't.
No, but that's what I mean. Like,
suit.
but like it's a ranger suit in the sense it's not like big like monster.
Yeah, no.
It's like something that could actually go toe to toe with the Rangers.
It's not Rap and Pumpkin, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's not like. Hang on, let's get up like this.
And actually, and not just Blaze, but I love how they repurposed Escape from
Put this
Go
behind your
Busters.
back. It's like sideways. It's like, imagine how broad-shouldered that monster is.
Yeah.
I have to fight it. But now take it off.
Wait,
Oh,
hold
look,
back up,
it's
Sel.
now a fair fight.
Hold it up itself.
But it's not just Blaze. I love that they
Okay,
took
hand
this.
it back to him.
You put your left foot in. Like, what the...
Okay.
I don't know.
But I love that they took Escape from Go Buster and turned her into basically the evil Yellow Buster. And that they colored her whole suit yellow, and it actually looks really
they
good.
did a cool tint on the yellow there, where it was still dark. Oh, you know what it looked like? Remember when you're in like first, third grade or whatever, and like you draw something with a black marker, then you fuck it up by putting a yellow marker over it, and now your yellow marker's ruined.
Yes, it'll always be black.
Yes, that's what it was.
That's what because I have to highlight paperwork in the office, so that happens to my yellow
I was
highlighters
actually
all the
going to
time.
say when you put a highlighter over pencil by accident.
You're like, no, gotta buy a whole new set.
And as you might guess, I being Mr. Bluecaster, I'm kind of upset we didn't get an evil blue avatar, but we didn't have a source
avatar yet.
We didn't have an evil blue suit to space it off. Yeah, we could come up with an original one.
I don't get it.
Defeated.
You gotta click on the whole picture.
It's not happening.
Captain Two Hands defeated.
That's a rumor.
That's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt.
And look, zoom in on it. It's you've been fought by Captain Lens Flare.
Directed by J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like my eye is like Savannah.
Or you're like about to spit out of like a ball of light.
Slowly been inching your phone close to the
One
edge.
thing that's interesting about this show is they point they point out that the identities of the Rangers have to remain secret because the mayor doesn't get to know who the candidates are. And then when it switches to Devin, that becomes a thing later in the series where Devin has to hide his identity as a Ranger from his dad, but also maintain his real world life.
I mean, how many other times have the Rangers had to keep their identities?
Not often enough.
I mean,
remember that time that 01 hit his identity?
No, you didn't.
Oh my god.
The villains flag him down and wave high.
Did you share my vape on? Sorry.
Corporal Pipers!
Then that'll just be like
Let's see
terrible
here.
for everybody
Samurai
involved.
didn't care. Megaforce, who
Did
gives a
everybody
shit?
hook on nicotine?
Dino Charge, it was kind of just
Who
them.
who was there to tell?
Yeah, Ninja Steel, fuck that shit.
Was there ever a reason they gave for that? Like, don't show your identities.
I think it was just like, you know, if the monster finds out, it could possibly go back to whoever's in charge and then attack your personal ones.
But then that applies to everyone.
Well, AJ, is that a thing with the show though, where like his dad, like they keep his dad in the dark?
Yeah, that is a plot point later.
Okay.
Because like he has to save his dad from a monster, and it's like, oh, get away, citizen, or something like that.
It'd be great if like it's like, son, you didn't go to another job interview. I demand to know why.
Like, kinda, basically.
I was saving your ass, you bitch.
Just, Devin, what's going on there?
Are you morphing in there?
Devin, why is your door locked? He's bust it down. He's just wearing the helmet, and no, he's just wearing the helmet and then boxers. Just, Dad.
Close the door!
Where did you learn how to do this? I learned it from watching you, okay?
His dad has like a Time Force blue helmet in his room.
No, just, Devin, what's going on there? Just chucks the morpher into like the closet or something. And then, like he opens up the closet, the Ranger suit's just formed on like a bunch of dirty
Just
laundry.
falls on him?
No, just a bunch of dirty laundry.
No, like he like He's at a department store and he puts it on like a mannequin.
Oh god.
or his father washes all of his clothes, including his ranger suit.
Turned everything blue.
That's how we get the pink ranger.
Sorry, red. Like, everything blue.
They put his red ranger suit in with the whitewash.
Oh, that's awful because that suit's made of leather.
Ooh.
But yeah, much like with Go Busters, the suits are not made from spandex; they're made from leather.
And they look proper.
good.
They look like they look tactical.
Remember how much when they debuted, everyone was like, "This is fucking stupid. It doesn't look like Power Ranger, or does it look like Super?"
I loved it from the beginning. I don't give a fuck what everyone else thinks.
I think people need to calm down on the suits. It's like
I want to see more of these
That's what I
kind of
said.
suits.
Like
Sorry,
people-
Dad, it was time for Buster.
Spandex was the way it had to be because of like you know,
I am afraid of no sleep.
like money and you know, it's actors flipping around and shit. It needs to be flexible. It needs to move.
Yeah.
But I think we're at a point where now we can make these things look better.
Yeah,
You know,
Ultraman suits are made of wetsuits
are they?
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
because they're very durable.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
Anywho.
just Devin, Roxy, and Ravi.
Yeah, Ravi is the Blue Ranger.
They all become the Rangers, and they all use their animal abilities.
You know we can't be together. We're Rangers now. We can't do it.
That is like, so yeah, the blue and yellow.
The original
candidates,
yellow.
Yeah, are a romantic couple, but apparently Rangers can't date Rangers, so alas, we must part.
Well, yeah, don't you remember that episode where Kimberly and Tommy got into an argument about presidential school elections?
Oh my God.
When Goldar's right there and Kimberly just went through like, zip it. Hang on you.
That was a fun episode. But yeah, I guess what they're going with is the idea. It's like, okay, you're working together. You probably shouldn't be in a relationship to begin with, which, okay, fair, I guess. It's also a dangerous job.
You're
so
doing it
Well,
together,
it's
but you
also-
shouldn't be doing it together.
The thing is, you're supposed to be a team of 3, and chances are, how bad would that be? It's like, oh, I saw
One
you
guy's
went and
always
saved
the third
Blaze
wheel,
today,
yeah.
but you didn't save me when I needed you. So it's like that whole thing of fuck, now we gotta let Blaze constantly die because we have to only
Well, he is in red.
I wonder if we're gonna get Green Buster.
Oh, I would love that.
what's Green Buster?
Nothing.
Hippopotamus.
So a lot
Yeah.
of people were making fun of Go Buster for not being a traditional Sentai show. So they did this in the Returns movie. They jokingly did an alternate universe where it is like a traditional Sentai, and it literally goes through an entire season worth of plot in one movie. And at one point, a Green Ranger shows up, and they're like, "Hey!" and he fights them, and then he joins them, and then it shows you him die tragically for them.
And then the mentor becomes the Black Puma Ranger.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, oh no, it's
And he looks like Hitler.
Looks like Hitler.
I wish I was joking.
No, it's in Japan, if you want to wear old school uniforms, you go to a really bad design place.
Adolf or Charlie Chaplin?
Oh,
We're talking a Brazilian young boy named Blaze.
I was gonna say too. It's
Yeah, we're back to Hitler for some reason.
I mean, it always gets back to Hitler with Sentai.
Yeah.
Ever since X.
So
Starfish Hitler.
Yeah.
I just think wherever Hitler is, he would probably hate if we were making fun of him.
So we should.
Yeah.
So anyways, we see red uses cheetah speed, we see yellow use her jackrabbit jumps, and blue uses gorilla strength.
So you know animals. What's the difference between a rabbit and a jackrabbit?
Jackrabbits are bigger.
Jackrabbits are bigger and they have more.
Oh,
their
shit, yeah,
ability
we
to
weren't
jump
kidding at
is
all.
stronger.
Yeah, see, I
And
told you.
jackrabbits can actually jump on
He does
unsteady
look like
terrain.
Hitler.
She's
So
got it.
You gotta
even if
understand,
you're a jackrabbit can still jump
Japan
high.
historically has
Or
a
regular
much
rabbit
different
really can't
viewpoint
do it
of Hitler
as well.
than
You guys,
We don't know.
Guys.
people cannot hear if you're both talking at the same time.
Yeah, jackrabbits are stronger. They have a better jump ability. Their back leg, you get kicked by one of those even as a person.
I think
Fuck, that hurts.
Because
Sucks.
didn't we all play Jazz Jackrabbit and the much better Jazz Jackrabbit 2, The Lost Files?
I just went to Jackrabbit Slims.
Didn't everybody just have a pet jackrabbit like
Yeah.
I did?
And you were saying, Tom?
About
I
Hitler?
don't remember.
About Hitler?
I've said way too much about Hitler already.
In the past. But what were you saying about the hippo though?
So yeah, the Green Ranger in the Go Buster Returns movie was a hippo, which was a shitty remake of the blue gorilla suit.
What's in the background?
Oh, that's Blaze.
Oh my god. Oh, he's here. It's Ghost.
Wow.
I was gonna say, oh no, it's the greatest Beast Morpher, Hip Hop Anonymous. Like
Hip hop, yeah. And I love that Blaze earlier says like Devin's dad should be Black Puma.
Wait, no. Yeah, we learned our lesson.
That's amazing.
That's a great picture,
Purple
actually.
pipe hands versus.
But you know, something I noticed was really there was great wire work in this episode.
Oh, yes,
especially for such a confined area.
Yeah, like all the wires looked amazingly defined and still on camera.
Just that shot when freaking the two Rangers freaking drop kick freaking Blaze in the air.
I didn't think we'd see it.
No, we did. Thanks, HD. I'm just a little bit of you know what movie? You know what big budget movie has the absolute worst wire work ever? The '89 Batman movie where like. I don't know what the fuck they had Michael Keaton on, like straight up rope, where you could see everything when he like. It's like, oh god.
I hope my wire team is ready.
You can see. You can like see.
One of my wires broke. Isn't this magical?
But yeah,
he shoots the other one.
They beat Blaze and Roxy by sending them to the next dimension.
Well, I thought it was
almost literally.
Can we talk about how like I think that's an interesting concept though that like. What's their name? Blaze and what? Roxy. Like, they're in a coma, basically. And, like, so their bodies are here the whole time. And I loved how they had to, like, tell us straight up in the first episode, like, no, you have to destroy them to save your friends. Because another show might have done, like, oh, because they're connected technically.
If you damage them, they'll die.
And they're like, no, fuck that. We're getting that out of the way now.
Yeah.
Beat their ass.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm giving you permission to beat the shit out of them.
I'm giving
Murder your friends.
Beat your girlfriend. I mean...
Wow.
Just later on in life. Oh, damn it, I broke the eggs. What was that for? Sorry, force of habit.
Wow, dude.
So anyway, the moral of the first episode is trespassing will get you everything you want and more.
Isn't that the moral of every show where a kid gains superpowers? Oh no, dude!
Photos of Spider-Man!
Spider-Man! Like, you need to do the Japanese, like, Spider-Man. I need photos of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But sir, we're a poem company.
Then I want poems about Spider-Man.
Haikus, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Limericks.
A dirty one, if you have it.
So yeah, that was Beast Morphers episode 1. Really good start to a really good series.
That was, like I said, came out of the gate running.
It's on Netflix, so anyone who's got Netflix, get watching!
First 8 episodes are up there. Probably the rest of the season by like next year when the second season starts. Which is not called Super Beast Morphers, because Hasbro's like,
thank God.
That's fucking stupid. Well, it's just the second season.
Yeah. I mean, who just takes their name and adds super on it? It's like, who the fuck does that?
Definitely no one.
Oh, I get it!
I got that reference.
I get it!
What kind of idiot would do that?
Wow. Deep cut.
Hey.
It's me! Nice.
So, Gagaga?
Please, Gagaga.
That was a damn good episode.
I fucking love this show.
We were all literally on the edge of our seats. I couldn't even say anything. I was just sucked in.
The surprise, like, gold winner of the night.
That's why we saved it for last.
Oh shit!
Oh, what did you
Your
smell?
water!
Water all over my sketchbook. Don't worry, my sketchbook took it. And my pants.
It's just water.
You heard it here. Tom wet his pants.
On air. Wow.
No, don't say that.
This show is just that good.
Yeah.
Just
it's
that
pants wettingly good.
It's fine. It's a watercolor sketchbook.
It'll wash out.
I mean, we talk about Tokusatsu Gagaga, and he just creams all over. Like, just
Hey
wet.
man, what can I say? Enter-Jason was thick.
That was an actual line.
Thick.exe.
He's thick.
So,
where did you find this?
So it was.
It came up in our newsfeed before it aired.
Yeah. So
Thanks, Emmer Jason.
Think about this time. 2017. So in 2017, there was a show called Kaiju Club. It was 4 episodes. It involved Ultraman, type of thing. You know, I like it. Lane likes it. It's pretty.
I think this is your most reaching drawing ever.
It's a pretty decent show, but then everyone's like, "Oh, but I like Rider and Sentai. Make a show about that." And then there was a manga.
Fucking fine.
Yeah, and it's like fine. So like everyone thinks this is a new new type of show, when there was clearly a better show here before.
No. You know what? You know how I want to picture that happened, even though it didn't. I like to picture the person like was looking at that one, right?
Yeah.
Was making bootlegs of it, and they kicked him out, and he said, "Oh yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Make your own version of the show?" And I guess he showed me, because this show's fucking excellent.
Yes.
Like I was legitimately surprised how engaged I was with this.
And you didn't even see the first episode.
Yeah.
So best
You know
part
what it is,
it's
too.
40 minutes long.
Yeah.
You know what the thing? You know what it is? It's three things. One, it's literally it's writing it like where it's called. Like who here raise a hand? Who here felt called out by some of that action?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Two, the production value is amazing.
Oh yeah, like I was surprised how well it was shot.
Cinematography, everything. Also, the main girl is so charismatic and interesting. She can sell you a scene, and she's not even talking for part of it.
Yeah,
she's mental talking.
She's very
good thinking, Gar.
That was a very Ricky moment. My mental talkings.
Yeah.
It's called thinking.
My brain keeps yapping. What is it? You're thinking, Ricky.
You're thinking. Is that what that is?
Don't worry.
I don't like
my
it.
grade 5.
So what's the premise of this show?
Okay, so Tokusatsu Gagaga.
Wait, have you guys done the first episode before?
Yes, we did. That's why we're doing episode 2.
Yeah, so we did the first episode for our 5-year anniversary.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of relatable.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, you two. 5 years. That's adorable. I'm so happy
That's
for
the
you two.
paper anniversary?
Half of it, he wasn't even here for.
The manga
Yeah, I wasn't even here for it because I was like...
Let me see this sword. Everyone's been playing with this sword. I want to see this.
Yeah, okay.
You
So
guys
anyway,
you guys are perfect. I love it.
So Tokusatsu Gagaga is a series about a closeted Tokusatsu fan who still loves Tokusatsu in her adult years, but is ashamed of as such.
Are you reading my diary?
Yes. So the idea is that she is trying to enjoy her shows, but still live the life of a normal office lady. But there are various challenges presented to her, such as dealing with her mom, going to karaoke.
She really likes Togo. Shh, Mom and Dad don't know.
Oh my god.
Remember, Jason always has a helping hand to lend.
It's from Monsters.
By mistake.
Monster by mistake.
Oh god. Oh no, you just unlocked something.
I thought I sealed that away.
I think you just opened my pineal gland.
Achoo!
Yeah.
Oh no, my brain hurts. Brain hurty. Alcohol makes it go away.
When I search Monster
So
by Mistake, one of the first hits is Monster by Mistake fan.
But the
Of
thing
course.
is, it cuts from like her in her regular life trying to reconcile being a nerd to fantasy sequences of her interacting with these like Toei quality, sometimes better than Toei quality characters, and meanwhile showing crazy shit that happens in the office.
Can we talk about that quick, actually?
About the fake Toku show?
The Office?
The Office.
I know. I'm just
Wow.
picturing her. It just seems like it's like oh no, yeah, I sang this because you sang this. Wrong. That person is a Tokusatsu singer.
False.
Dwight Schrute in a Super Sentai suit.
You know Dwight Schrute's into some Sentai.
Oh, probably.
He's into Battlestar Galactica.
We
He's
know
gotta be
from-
in
we
the
know-
I
top.
literally have a beer
his
glass
actor's
that's
From
a
his
beer
blog,
beat
Rain
by
Wilson.
Wilson. But
Oh,
from
okay.
Dwight's blog that used to be online, he talks about manga he likes, and apparently he's a fan of Ranma.
Oh wow.
Cool.
It's called hentai.
So
It's alright.
Tokusatsu Gagaga has within its lore several fake made up Tokusatsu shows
That look excellent.
Yes.
Like wow, they went all like we were expecting. Like I was expecting. Sorry, like because oh yeah, he was his Super. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Where like at the very beginning, like she was making such a big deal about this toy, and she's going, the detailing is exquisite, and we're all going, no, it's not.
It's a fucking shitty soft vinyl.
But like, so I was expecting, okay, is that like when they show it real? Is it going to be also kind of shitty looking?
No,
But then when
that's
they show the suits, they're amazing. Like not the best thing ever, but like way more for this show
there's
than
some
I thought.
interesting design choices you can be mad with, but the quality is good.
Yeah.
So the premiere show that is talked about mostly during the series is Jushowan,
which is a cat themed Sentai.
They're very, very like Geki Ranger. If Geki Rangers, if Power Rangers Jungle Fury got another Battleizer super form,
just because Cell's on, he has to make an obscure movie reference. Obviously, has anyone here seen the 1981 movie Roar?
No,
it's a movie. You guys gotta watch this fucking movie. It's a movie where this family legitimately had 150 like actual lions and tigers in their house. None of them
fit them there?
because they lived on a ranch. None of them. No, Ichi. None of them were trained.
Oh,
and the movie's plot is nothing. It's just watching a family fuck around with lions, tigers, cheetahs, jaguars. leopards.
And it's like a documentary.
No, it's not a documentary. The documentary's more interesting than the actual movie. I have this on Blu-ray. Fucking Anna got it for me.
You know what this is? It's a chilling vision of Tasha's future.
No, I swear to God.
You don't understand.
On
wild animals.
the Blu-ray.
Yeah, Tasha's like, that sounds where
the Blu-ray is just the Blu-ray is just a close-up of a lion's face, and the tagline is "No animals were harmed during the making of this film. 170 cast and crew were."
Does that really need to have a plot?
Look it up. Roar, 1981. It's the greatest movie ever. I have it on Blu-ray.
Wow.
So that's your number one movie?
That's my favorite bad movie.
So yeah, Jushowan is Shishileo, which is a red lion, Toryuger, which is the blue tiger, and Cheruda, which is the yellow cheetah. And there's another one who you'll find in later episodes.
Yeah. And
is it a leopard?
I think so.
I don't remember the name of it.
The show does take place over the course of a year.
Even though the show is only 7 episodes.
So
one every 2 months.
Something I thought was very interesting about this show, like, you know, none of us are Japanese, obviously. None of us have anyone even been to Japan?
Not yet.
Like,
I saw
on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw a picture of Japan once.
Yeah, in a photo book.
I watched an anime once.
So that means I know. But like from what I've heard, it's like obviously a very do what your parents tell you society, go to work, have a family.
People are under pressure to get traditional jobs.
I have to imagine this has a lot more impact if you're from Japan.
Oh, I imagine.
Because it's like, I mean, you guys, be honest with me. Do your parents really give you that much shit for this?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Some do, some don't. That's what I'm saying. Right? But in Japan, I have to assume it's a bit more no.
If your parents didn't grow up with it, then they're gonna be like, no.
When I was 17, my mother criticized the stuff that I was into and I was drawing, and ironically, for about 20 years from there, I've been like, oh no, I draw what I fucking want, Mom.
And he still does.
I will say that while my parents didn't give me shit for it, there was a brief period of time where Lane and I had to live with one of my uncles, and he, every time we were watching Toku, he'd just walk out and start making jokes and speaking in fake Japanese and that kind of shit.
My dad does that.
That's just straight racism.
Yes, it is. And I'm glad I don't live with him anymore.
My dad also does things like that, where he makes fake Japanese noises.
You know,
Chinese.
It would have cost you $0.00 to not say that, and yet you did.
But
it's Gar.
But it's that's what it is.
Have you met me?
Have you seen my show?
I'm crazy, Jeff. Get with the picture. But no, yeah, and that's something I appreciate with the show, because it does it serious. This show had an opportunity to make this very silly, to make her oh, I'm into Toku, how embarrassing. And they do play up the comedy sometimes, but for the most part, it treats it very much like she is. She doesn't want to be, but she is kind of ashamed.
And it's also very clever. I like the thing where she's got this whole plan. She wants to go to a live show.
Yeah.
And the live show is fucking amazing. Not like that time I saw Ninja Turtles when I was 14. And I was all okay, so literally my father, he didn't want to go with me. He was ashamed. So he basically gave one of his students $50 to take me. So we went down to fucking Ontario Place, and I had a fucking sign I made that said Raphael's the best, and the guy said, I will give you half of the money if you get rid of that sign. And anyway, so we get there and I'm so excited, and it's fucking Michelangelo. There's only one turtle, and he looks like a fucking piñata. That's the back of this.
Was it the one from Coming Out of Our Shells?
Yeah, no, it was worse than that.
Oh,
that
God.
one at least was rubbery. This thing was fucking looked like a bad fursuit.
Oh, God.
And it was a lot of the lines and then there was this really bad fucking tinfoil shredder.
Where was this?
This is an Ontario Place.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And they were and it was like, oh no, call Michelangelo, and the kids were like, no, because even like the kids in the audience were like,
where are the others?
Kids
and
like,
they're
"This is
like,
some bullshit."
you guys like Ninja Turtles? Yeah, where are they? Like literally, they were getting heckled by 8-year-olds.
That's amazing.
Do you know?
I wish there was video proof of this.
You know what was great about the show? That like, do you know where this show got me? Like right at the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm in. This show spoke to my soul.
Yeah.
Where like the beginning, where she's at the Espanol Burger, which I don't know if that's a real place.
Basically ordering a Happy Meal.
Yeah, and like she's obviously embarrassed because she's like, no, it's for the food. I swear.
I'm just not very hungry.
Yeah, I don't need too much to eat. And then there's that part though where like her fucking like handsy coworker.
Oh my
shows
god,
up.
Charahiko, I fucking hate him.
He basically does two things in the episode that aren't even borderline, that are like straight up assault. He grabs her hair and even though she is literally resisting, puts a ponytail in her hair. Later in the episode, he literally grabs a woman's phone out of her hand and starts flipping through the photos while making judgments. And I'm like, shit, like that's like fucking like that you go to jail for that.
Well, he also forcibly, when he does her hair and put the charm thing in it, he also forcibly takes a picture of her even though she was like very not into it. He started taking photos of her and I'm like, dude, that's
the creepy guy that works in the fucking toku shop is much nicer. He literally walks over and asks her questions.
We'll get to him later. I want to finish my point though.
Oh, I got one more point to finish. So when she's going to go, no, from earlier.
Okay.
No, this is, you cut me off from that.
All right.
So she's just got this whole plan how she's gonna go to this like live thing. And so she's gonna look casual, and it starts showing these like fashion photos of like
the nonchalance.
Yeah, as a coffee, like I'm just on my break.
I loved how they worded it. Like, look how she uses her arms.
The other Tokusatsu adult sees her, goes, "Oh, it's probably not a fan, just somebody on her break." Like she falls for the act, hook, line, and sinker.
Wonderful.
All right, carry on.
But my thing was this, like when she orders the thing, and like her coworker or whatever, what's his name?
Charahiko.
When he goes like, "Oh, is this for? Do you have a niece or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Do you have a niece or and I remember this one time, every now and then, if I bought like a Lego set or something when I was like probably too old to buy a Lego, at least I thought I was, and like I would very like, can I have a gift receipt? This is for my nephew. Like so, this spoke to my soul right away.
Whereas I'm in Toys R Us a few weeks back. Like remember those like Gujitsu figures that I bought? I bought a bunch of Gujitsu figures and like a Star Wars toy, and somebody was like, do you need a gift receipt for these? I'm like, no, these are for me to play with. And I look her in the face and I'm like, that's right. I'm 40 years old and I'm going to go play with these toys until I feel happy about my existence.
And like that's what I was saying too. Like,
that's empowering.
This is like nowadays I'm more like, I fucking pay my rent. I'll play with Lego if I want. Like,
right?
But there was a time where I was like, oh god, why am I doing this?
I have felt absolutely zero shame in my Tokusatsu interests. So
how has that worked out?
I'm still single.
Sorry, it was right there.
I'm not.
Hey, at least you're not with someone that's like doesn't know.
What?
I mean, no, my significant other's pretty aware of all the weird things I'm into, and they're kind of just like, okay, cool. Is this something you like or no? And I'm like, no, but you can get me this. And then they got me like the Philosopher's Stone for Valentine's Day. Like,
point is, do the things you like.
Hey man, I've been on a couple of dates with this girl, and I've been sending her my art, and she likes looking at my art. Well, you've seen my art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm about.
I mean, you've seen what I'm dating though, Tom. Like, you can attest. Like, you wouldn't look at them and go, "Oh man, they're a nerd." But I mean, they literally latched on.
Well, no, I don't have the. I don't. Let me tell you a story about Tasha's boyfriend. The guy's name is Jordan. He is like.
He's nice.
Like a chill hipster. So anyway, I'm in a Starbucks, and we'd rented out the table to play some Legend of the Five Rings, which is like a Dungeons and Dragons game. We're all sitting there playing away, and this guy just walks over, and he looks like just this normal guy, like this kind of cute guy, like in a Hawaiian shirt. He's like, "Hey, you guys playing some L5R?" And I'm like, "You want to join us?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll roll up a character." And then next thing you know, we're hanging out with them like every week, and then we introduce them to Tasha, and they start like wrestling.
If I
like immediately.
Like, hey, here's the thing. I need to be able to beat down somebody to be able to.
She challenges for dominance right away.
Yeah. Well, now that we know that she's the alpha male, now it's like, oh, Jordan's presenting.
Wow. So this show,
the show gives us tips of how to go to a stage show but pretend to be not interested.
well, what happened before that though? Like she went to the store
with her mom.
No, with her mom. Like when she went to with the bald guy, the guy who looked like me.
Oh yeah, and it's like this convenience store where they sell like little child toys.
She was like
a corner store.
She calls him Ninkyo-san, which apparently like translates to like Yakuza member.
Well, that's what we were all saying. It looks like a Yakuza member. Was that where you got that for me, Tom?
What?
Like you call me white Yakuza? Like
no, that's separate.
That was great. No, I love it too. Like when she's looking at the box and she's like, "Oh, has some child been peeking in?"
Someone tried to sneak a peek at the gacha toys.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're in foil, man.
Well, kids don't know that at first. It's part of learning.
They want to like maybe poke in there to see if they can.
Because Japanese toys come in booster boxes where you don't know which one you're getting until it's too late.
Bastards.
Because Japan's entire merchandise industry is a giant fucking gacha.
Gee,
I get it now.
they just want to play with everyone.
Like EA,
Japan,
but like
that isn't how I'd word it, but okay.
The entire country just wants to play with you.
See, the weird thing too.
I'd be happy with just one person, okay? I don't need the entire country.
We'll get you, bud. Don't worry. No, the interesting thing too. Now I could be wrong because I've only watched this one episode. But even when I saw her room, it didn't look like that very geeky in comparison to other things I've seen. It's like she had figures here and there.
Well, I think
she had a manga bookshelf.
I think that we can attribute that to she's just an office lady. She doesn't have like all the money in the world.
I guess that's true.
But then, I think
she's not like one of those hardcore actually.
Actuallys.
She's not Gar.
Okay, you got me there.
And I mean,
okay, so everybody can see that is what I'm dating.
He's cute.
He looks like he's wearing a dress.
Actually, it's his Hawaiian print tank top to go with his Hawaiian print shorts.
He looks like if Dan Harmon didn't hate himself.
I mean, he also
kind of.
Give me 1 second here.
This is why I'm on the show, people.
You need to be on more often.
And it only takes 2 accessories to dress them up, so I mean.
We actually.
Literally the hat.
It's Indiana Jordan.
It is.
Gar.
We do see her claws in I think the 6th episode.
Oh, is it filled?
It's no room.
Oh no.
It's basically, she buys what's new during the year, and then she packs it away so she has room for the next year's stuff.
God, I really do relate to this woman.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but no, that's the person I'm dating who understands the fact that I'm gonna probably bring home weird ass skulls. I'm gonna try to bring home any wild animal I find. But I also have all my cool nerdy, geeky, fandom-y stuff, and they're just like, cool, where are we putting up these Cthulhu posters, and where are we putting up these other posters you got from conventions, or all sorts of other things. They're like, where are we putting these, essentially, is the question nowadays. Or, hey, here's a pop-up closet thing for all your cosplay stuff, so you have room to properly store it. I'm like...
The moral of this episode, guys, there's someone out there for everyone.
There is.
They
also make me food when I don't want to get out of bed. And they let me vape in the bedroom, so I'm like, man, I don't have to ever leave the bedroom or do anything for myself.
We get it. You vape.
You know what? Am I allowed to vape in here?
No. No.
I'd prefer you didn't.
I prefer no. Ichi. Yoshida.
The Toryuger lady. Okay, so for context, at the end of the first episode, or basically most of the first episode, is her trying to impress this random woman she sees on the train who has the little charm of one of the characters from Jushoan. So in the second episode, she ends up meeting her at the Hero stage show, and they become fast friends.
Okay, I want to say this too. We were making jokes about this, but in all seriousness, I have to believe these two actors were playing it up like there was some sexual tension going on.
No,
No, Emily, I'm
agree.
not saying it like in a porn way. In an actual, I'm attracted to this.
It felt like it played out and it felt like a romance.
Magic Jam is not always romantic or something.
I know, but at one point she literally goes on about how much
watching the first
she
time
wants to be in a relationship with this girl. She's like, I want a relationship to flourish.
Hold on,
let each is actually watch it. Let's hear.
For the first time watching this, I got absolutely none of that vibe, but now that I've rewatched it, I can see where you're coming from, but you have to remember that this woman is like, because she's a closeted tokusatsu otaku, she has had like no friends, so I think this is just her exaggerating I want a friend and I don't fucking care who.
No, I'm not talking about the characters, I'm talking about the actors. Like how in, okay, for example, in Hook, like Dustin Hoffman and what's his name, Bob Hoskins, they did play it up like they were married, like behind the scenes. Like that's how they did it, and that's why they got that good banter going. I really think these two actresses kind of like were playing it kind of like that.
Oh, like if they were in,
like if she was falling for her, sort of thing.
It does kind of come off that way in a sense, but I chose during my first viewing to just view it as like, she's just like so starved for affection in any format.
No, yeah, you're not wrong. Like, I agree with you, fully. I'm just saying there's something there. I think, like in the performance, not in the character. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, sort of. And I see where you're coming from on that.
In my head canon, they get together and live happily ever after.
I mean, I'd be
they
down.
adopt children and introduce them to Tokusatsu, and it's beautiful.
I can't.
The true happy ending.
No. If you scroll back up through the chat, you see those two pictures he just posted, and then you see the person I'm dating. It's like creepy. Scroll up a bit more. Yep.
He does look like Joel.
He dressed as Torgo from...
No, he's literally just wearing his own pants, his own
shirt. Emily, that's why you're awesome. You know Torgo.
That's not that, like, obscure, like, if anyone's seen Mystery Science Theater, that's the one episode you've seen.
I can't find any photos of me and Jordan. We used to take all sorts of selfies, but it's all pictures of me and girls in bikinis.
Woe is you.
Nobody
would you call that a camera?
Nope.
That was the best. That was the single greatest big dick joke ever.
I loved it.
When she's like, I can't say her name.
Kano.
When Kano, like, she's like trying to take her little obscure like pictures.
She pulls out her cell phone and starts taking pictures of the
show.
Then
what's her name? Yoshida.
Yoshida
pulls out the Lexington steel of it all, like just like
mine's bigger.
Yeah. It's like that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean 3 with the telescopes.
Yeah.
What's it called? Movie with the Australian going to America.
Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee. That's Nolan.
You spaced on that name?
Yes, because it's past midnight.
That's why it took a second for me to pick. I was like, wait, how could he be forgetting that movie?
It's past midnight, and we're forgetting Crocodile.
Here's the time I took Tasha's boyfriend out on a date.
Yeah.
That's Nolan life.
Thumb for scale.
Thumb for scale.
You see, Jordan is an East Coast boy who would pretty much eat potatoes and beef every day if you let him. I took him to ramen, and it blew his Hawaiian shirt mind.
He grew up on a farm, like a cattle farm, and had severe allergies to animals, but still grew up on a farm.
Yikes.
And then went out to like Vancouver, and then came here, and he lives with his vegetarian cat, which is me. And I mean, I'll say this: he'll like eat whatever.
I thought you were gonna say an actual like.
I'm vegetarian.
Okay.
No, I've never heard.
Because then I'm like, okay, boo! I'm taking that cat away.
No, actual cats are
good. No, because you know there are idiots who do that.
I want to bring Jordan on the show. Like, don't show him the episodes. Just have him sit down and see if he could. Just get him to see what he says.
Sure.
But go into the actual show again, though. Like, I think that the saddest part was with the mom.
Yeah,
because that felt real for a lot of people, you know. I think.
Yeah, the idea for most of this, a good chunk of this episode, is her mom is calling her incessantly, and she ignores all her calls until the one time where she accidentally answers the call to get away from Ninkyo-san, and that leads into her mom coming to visit.
But don't you think her mom would?
That was amazing. Just she's like tips her phone, sees it, you just see her eyes go wide. Just. Nope, not answering it!
Not today, Satan.
It reminded me a bit of a quick scene from Ultraman G where like the main character Ro let her be like, I'm leaving all of you I'm sorry, I have to do this. Side character.
Exactly.
That. Like, she just slams the letter down halfway.
Reminds you of a thing
Did the cup of Pepsi fall too?
To quote Transformers, everything reminds you of somewhere else.
God wants to hear about the Petro Rabbits.
There was that super sad moment too, like where like she's in the change room and she's like thinking what her mom's gonna say. And, like, because this whole thing of like
her mom fucking played her like a tuned violin.
Right?
Yep. She actually stands up to her, but then she pulls out the crying card and
Turns on the crocodile tears.
Okay, to quote her mother, you're 24, which means you're almost 30, which means you're almost 40. See, here's the thing: if you settle down right now and you get married in the next year, by the age of 27, you can be having your first kid. By the age of 32, you can have a home, and also be having your second kid. And it's like. By
the time they're all grown up, you could be living comfortably.
And then, like, the look on her face was just sheer terror.
Jesus, I see this woman is projecting the visions of the failed life she wanted.
Well, that was the thing, right? Like, the mom, the dad left, or was that what they said?
I think it is that the dad left, and she had to raise her and her brother all by herself.
Yeah, maybe he went out to pick Super Sentai models, and he never.
And that's why she latched onto it. That's the father she never had was Sentai.
And the father's like, and then she had a big fight over it. It's like, it's like, why are you collecting all this Super Sentai stuff? I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Her father went on to play Emmer Jason.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That would have been an awesome twist.
Well, Emmer Jason's just a robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
A thick robot.
Well, okay. Can we talk about that? Had to have been a joke with the subs, right? He's thick. That word has taken on such a meaning now that could not have not been like intentional, right?
It was probably.
I'd have to listen to it to hear what exact word she was saying.
But I mean,
she actually said "thick-cool."
But at the same time, though, one of the things she wanted to see were pictures of Emmer Jason's butt, and the other chick had been taking pictures of like
Toryuger's butt.
Toryuger's butt. So, like, literally, they were talking about like thick ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like. That was intentional. I love it. I found this. Okay, this is on Jane Street, like a little up north. I've got a couple like girlfriends, not girlfriends, who like don't like where they're at like body shape wise. And I say to them, okay, ladies, next time you don't feel like you look at your body and you don't like it, don't go, I'm fat and ugly. Say, this is the name of the store. I'm thick and fabulous. The best thing.
Nice.
It's up the street if you want to see it.
But then,
okay, what if my body issues come down to I'm too tiny to do anything?
Spinner.
Kasha, if you're too tiny, that means that you're better up and getting up on that counter.
No, actually, I need a fucking step stool to get onto my counter.
The term is fun-sized.
But how can
like
I knock
Snickers.
everything off?
Bite-sized.
Bite-sized Snickers.
No. Well,
No,
Sasha, you'd be a Kit Kat.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
And then because they kept sitting up on the counter and knocking things off counter, my step stool was moved and put in a place where I can no longer reach it to keep me from knocking things off the counter.
Sorry. You know what I want to talk about quick? Just because I have to? The fucking wolf villain.
Who is taking like the place of
her mom.
Yep.
Like, okay.
She equates Genka Shogun, the villain of Jusholan, to her mother.
This was some Finding Neverland shit, like where how she's equating certain people in her life to characters, and I loved how they did it.
Yeah.
And again, like unabashedly, I thought how they introduced the Sentai was really cool. Like the wolf villain, like the howling, and he comes out of the mist and all that. That was really cool.
Yep.
But now, if you've noticed, the main girl, her female friend, who has a Kyoryuger charm, and then the shopkeeper, they are all essentially right now like the full team.
They just reversed the sexes.
The second I saw the shopkeeper, I'm like, I bet you he's a really sweet guy.
It took all my willpower to resist cracking when you said that.
Well, it's one of those things. They're just going so much to build this mythos, and they'd already done that kind of thing with Damien being this creepy kid in the previous one. He's actually really sweet.
You mean mythos?
What?
Mythos.
You said mythos.
Tomato.
He does that.
I speak in British pronunciations. Zio.
Now I'll hop on my aeroplane.
Color has a U in it. Hey, chat. Color has is spelled with a U in it.
Oh, cooler.
I mean, I'm Canadian, but I don't like that.
I do. I like adding
color,
all
not
the
color.
I'm just gonna go eat my sausage roll and drink my iron brew. I'll be over here.
Anyway.
You can take.
Oh, who was
You can take my land, but you can't take my pronunciations of words that don't sound like your words.
Who was the guy in the office, the nice one with the glasses?
Yeah, I don't remember his name,
Dwight.
but he's the one.
Yeah.
But he's the one played by
Jim?
Kenichi Suzumura, who was Ryutaro Sundeno.
Yeah, they seem to be doing kind of a cute thing.
Yeah,
there.
he's the trope where he's like a nice reserved guy who actually really likes Kano, but can't work up the balls to ask her out.
He's got to do that thing with the arm on.
Well,
Oh, Kabedon?
Yeah.
well, the thing that's really
Charahiko would do that before he would.
Well, the thing that's really sweet in the first episode that you didn't see, at one point he thinks he acted like she gets all excited out of nowhere at the train station when they're both like going to work together, and he thinks that maybe it's like he accidentally touched her and freaked her out, so he starts apologizing because he thinks that he upset her.
Yeah.
And like in reality, she's just trapped in her own head. Like he's a sweetheart, and he just wants what's best for her, but he doesn't understand why she's being so secretive. And so every time somebody's like, "Oh man, she's dressed up nice," it's probably for her boyfriend.
Why is this
Oh
show
man,
so
she probably
sweet?
has a cute
And
boyfriend.
he's just like, oh no, she has a boyfriend?
The show is like
I'll be nice. I'll be respectful.
the show is like a puppy you found on this. You just want to hold it. And be like, no, everything's gonna be alright.
Gar, I just gave you a dig on the thing. I'm glad you're back, so you had to...
What?
The British spelling for dipshit is G-A-R.
Oh.
We missed you, Gar.
What were you saying, Emily?
I don't remember.
About the puppy? Like I said something about a puppy?
Well, I was just gonna say that the show really keeps you like you're sucked into it.
Oh God, yeah. Like
By the end of it, we're like, we should watch another one. I'm like, I'm not ready for
Yeah,
that.
It's almost too much to take. Like that sounds like a joke, but it's not. Like,
No, I agree
Gar
with
and
you.
I actually watched it week by week while it was being
not
subbed.
a joke. More like it sounds like an exaggeration, not a joke.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't realize. I was like, holy shit, that was 40 minutes?
Yeah.
I was into it the whole time. So it was like I get the surprise, like, as much as I like Beast Morphers, like, I went into this night expecting to like Beast Morphers the most out of this, out of the three things we watched, right? Holy shit.
Now it just feels like a freaking blip on the radar.
No, well, I'll say this. Any other night, Beast Morphers probably would have won, but like this was just so not what I was expecting at all. So good for them.
And it gets better, trust me.
And I kind of want to talk about more of it.
We can absolutely. I assume there's only 7 episodes. We'll eventually get through it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Now remember when we were doing Gagaga? It's our 10th year anniversary. Let's do episode.
That almost sounds like a joke name, Gagaga. Like, does that mean something?
And I don't remember offhand. What I was gonna say is what we should also talk about is the bitchin' theme song. It's really good.
That's why you're single. Sorry, that was me.
Don't spoil shit, Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze.
I know about the slap scene, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why she slap? Why she slap me?
But yeah.
Oh, I love when they went to the restaurant though.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like they start like becoming really close friends. Like they start like covering up each other's lies.
Yeah.
About why they have these like toku things.
I just think it's like, why are you doing this? It's be like, hey, you can't touch a girl's phone and start looking through it. You say, yeah, like maybe I should tell the people in the office about whose phones you're snooping through. That's literally, that'll get a guy fired.
It will.
Yeah, it will.
And I mean, a
If
guy,
you're in
that'll get a
America.
person in an office, if they're caught, you know, like doing things like snooping through a phone, they can't be trusted, they'll get fired.
Well, like, and that's what I'm curious about. Is that just a cultural difference?
It's just
No, in Japan, you do not touch another person's
But they're
phone.
doing it, like, and they're playing it off like, oh, he's the wacky neighbor.
Well, and the thing
Yeah,
is, that,
that's definitely how like it seems like the show presents him thinking of himself that way as the wacky neighbor. Like, hey, what's up? I'm here. Let's
I'm
talk about what I'm
Kramer.
doing."
Like,
Japan is this okay. Japan has such a problem with guys and like men and cell phones that it is illegal in Japan to own or sell a cell phone that has the shutter sound for the camera.
yeah, oh yeah, because of all the
Because
upstairs
of
shots.
there's
Yeah,
and there's
people
been-
do it on subways. They take pictures of
Yeah, and there's been so many, you know, like fucked up.
Wait,
things.
illegal to cell phones that have them or that don't have them?
It's illegal that don't have the sound.
Okay, I was gonna
So
say
the whole thing. So if you take a picture, there has to
Someone
be
will
an
know.
clicking sound.
There has to be a like every time.
I once owned a phone where when you took a picture, instead of like that sound, it would have a synthesized voice that goes
I remember that.
Actually, I think I can change my
The thing I
back to
take
that
pictures
one
of most
because...
is I have a lot of problem with abusive crazy people in my neighborhood, so I'm documenting them all because the police don't believe they actually exist. So I take pictures of the guy who stormed into the Starbucks shouting the N-bomb at everybody whilst asking for change. And like literally,
Can I see this video?
Not on channel. But
No, not here.
I'm going to use the word neighbor instead of the word he was using. So it's like, hey neighbor, you got 50 cents? Hey neighbor, can you spare some money for food? Hey, and then people are like, no! And then he turns and there's like a huge like person of color, and he's like, walks past him, walks to the next one, and I'm just like, he just dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
And I almost mean that literally, because that's pretty, you know, somebody says that to your face, like, it's like, why did you shoot the guy? He called me a neighbor. Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, while I do hate Charahiko's guts, I will concede on one point in this episode.
He acts as wingman for the two of them to get...
Accidentally. So Kano and Yoshida are in the restaurant, like, just after the hero show, and they're talking and sharing pics, and it's awkward because Kano's like, oh, I want to ask for a number, but it might be too soon. And then Charahiko swoops in, and despite his illegal intrusion, he eventually comes to, oh, look, there's the show that the actor's going to. You should both go. Don't tell me you haven't exchanged phone numbers yet.
Okay. That's where it felt like...
Ichi puts his hands on his hips like
Come on!
he's LARPing it like, come on, guys,
Well, okay.
wink, wink.
Although there wasn't clearly an ulterior motive, because as we found out in the next scene, he swapped numbers with them too because he's texting Yoshida. So that does, like, while yes, Kano and Yoshida connected because of that, Charahiko was
Broken
still...
clock is right twice a day, I guess.
Yeah. Charahiko was still an asshole, and I hate him.
The best thing, though, about the entire show was the end, when, like, they went back to that guy's store, and so, like, at the beginning, she thought, because he's a scary-looking guy, and once again, I could relate to the show, right? I'm a big, bald, scary-looking guy, I get it. He was looking at her, and she thought he was, like, leering at her, right? Like, he's like, why is he looking at me?
And it was also like, does he think I'm trying to steal the toys?
Yeah, but then it turns out he was looking at her hair clip. The one she got from the McDonald's Happy Meal, whatever that was.
Yeah, that Charahiko put in her
he's
hair.
pretty much into...
What was it?
The off-brand...
It's called Love Cute, I think. And
Yes.
it's that universe's version of Precure.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, he's a closet Precure person. And then I could almost hear the gears turning in Emily's head going like, yep. I can relate.
And Emily was like, one of us.
I actually had a moment, I was at a convention and somebody was talking about Cure Mermaid. I'm like, oh yeah, I love Cure Mermaid. And they're like, looking at me and like, yeah, I watch things.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
But it was weirdly adorable seeing this guy who's been portrayed up until that moment as like the scary, like menacing shop owner.
He looks like a
it's embarrassing to like cute stuff, right? I shouldn't do it. I'm so gross and disgusting. Don't look at me.
And they're like, hey, you know what we're about.
Yeah.
And that's when our core team was created.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, I think I'm going to mention this in the show. I'm watching Gokaiger with Tasha, and there's this scene where like Doc and Luca switch bodies, and there's like these weird mafia guys chasing Luca, and I'm like, I bet you that these guys are like super on the level, and they're not mafia guys. And no, it seems like they're trying to get her to be some kind of like, you know, casino, you know, like fucking cat burglar or something.
Yeah.
No, she's just really good at spotting fake jewelry, and they want her to work at their store.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Luca was just Luca.
So, yeah, that was the show, and like I said, I was actually very surprised with how much I liked it.
Well,
it's a very well-written, very well-acted show.
It's only 7 episodes, and they're all subbed, so you should absolutely
It's
watch
one of
them.
those things where it was like, it was a bonus thing, and I'm glad that I watched it. Unlike Voice Lugger.
Unlike Voice
I saw some fucking O-Rangers the other day, and I had PTSD from watching that entire series.
I'm legit trying to think of, like, something else that I had this much surprise that you guys showed me. And maybe just because I haven't watched much of it in a while, but I'm drawing a blank. Not to say the stuff you show me isn't good, just this good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, when was the last time you were actually, like...
blown away?
Yeah, blown away by what we watched.
Tenga Man.
Yeah, but that was for different reasons.
I I don't know. I'll have to...
Again, I can't off the top of my head.
Guy, maybe?
No. Maybe one of the Rider movies we watched. One where it turns into a bug.
That's like the whole franchise, man.
Yeah,
that doesn't narrow it down.
No, what was the one where like with the baby bug thing?
Kamen Rider Shin.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Maybe that.
I don't know.
You know, the fly ending.
Decker says Shin, so
yeah, probably Shin.
So
anyway, I think
guess that's the episode.
Yeah, great episode.
Really long ass episode.
We had a lot to say.
Well, we had a special group of people here and some special episodes to talk about.
And some very special conversations.
And we had some special K.
No, we didn't.
I took ketamine. Did you guys not join in?
So, anyways, next week we'll be back to normal.
That's debatable.
To be seen.
I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be talking about next week. It depends if some things come out.
Okay.
Well, we got some Toku episodes. We could always talk about
the
Mighty Orbots.
We could also, probably do another episode of Gagaga.
Do we want to do another one so soon?
Probably better.
Yes.
Yes.
It's up to, I'm not on the show, but
Why not?
Gar comes back. You guys talking about Gagaga?
Up to you guys.
Talking shit.
Guys.
But anywho's.
Well, we'll figure it out, and whatever we end up deciding on, we'll post in the Discord. So that leads me into making sure everyone checks out the primary source of our hijinks, which is castranger.podbean.com. Check out our Discord server, where you can not only chill with all these cool people in our server, but listen to the show live Friday nights.
And next week, I've come up with a bit that I've been planning, and boy, am I going to do it. I hope you guys are ready. I've been working on it for 4 weeks.
Okay.
I've been writing scripts and shit.
Oh, okay.
But by scripts, I mean detailed notes.
And speaking of things, don't forget to also check out HeroCast. We have a couple episodes up on the channel so far.
Is number 2 up already?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
if you're into tabletop RPGs, My Hero Academia type scenarios, that's for you.
And if you are a fan of Nicolas Cage movies, give it a try.
I was gonna say,
I heard the Declaration of Independence is involved.
There may be something to do with the Declaration of Independence.
Okay, but that's the thing. Every Nicolas Cage movie is about the Declaration of Independence if you look closely.
I was gonna.
I don't know. In
How's
Mom
the
and
Declaration of
Dad, he
Independence
just
get
wants
burned?
to kill his son
So
and
we
daughter.
can can steal the Declaration of
Yeah.
Independence.
No. See, this was
Moral
his,
Stranger is coming.
actually,
Don't
this
worry,
was his,
everyone.
midlife crisis breakdown before he gets to that point.
Yeah. No.
It's the preview.
Go through the
Okay, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you all next week. Be awesome. I love you all. Like, favorite, subscribe.
Bye!
in Ghost Rider, he